But first, the Let Them Breathe group is now moving forward with a lawsuit against the state fighting for mask choice for kids in school. Now, this, of course, comes after the California schools mask mandate requiring all students to wear masks no matter their vaccination status, subject to each individual district's discretion and decision. KUSI's Teresa Sardina joins us live from Cardiff. She's got details on all of this. Teresa?
Good evening, Logan. I'm here at a law office joined with families here. This is an ongoing discussion and rally over the last several months about ditching the masks in schools. We know that California schools, they do have their current mask mandate. No matter whether you're vaccinated or not, masks are required. And then they say that if you are not going to follow the requirements, then you will be barred in school. Then they leave it up to the local schools to decide whether they should be wearing the masks or not. And that's what the argument is right now. We're joined with Ari Spangler. She's the attorney on the Let Them Breathe lawsuit case. And we have Sherry McKeeman. You're the founder of Let Them Breathe. Thank you so much for joining us on KUSI, among with families here in San Diego County. So what is next? What is going on with this lawsuit?
Well, so CDPH just came out with its guidance on Monday night, and they very abruptly changed it, as you were saying, to require all kids to wear masks in school regardless of whether or not they've been vaccinated. And they're leaving it up to school districts to decide how to enforce that mandate. So we are filing a lawsuit within the next week or so to challenge that guidance and to request that the state provide families and teachers and kids with the choice of whether or not to wear a mask.
Our KUSI News, Hunter Sowers, was at the board meeting last night, and County Supervisor Jim Desmond, he was there, presented a motion supporting Let Them Breathe to ditch the masks. And the school board, Standing Unified, voted, and they had said, in the school district, all the students have to wear the masks. And Sharon, you hearing that outcome, what are your thoughts?
Well, that's why we have to bring forward a lawsuit, unfortunately, because there's still state guidance saying that the kids have to wear masks indoors. And as you can see, these kids' smiles are precious. They're adorable. They need to be able to communicate with each other. And there will be some school districts that are on our side as far as mask choice and other school districts that aren't. But we just need to make sure that every child has mask choice. And that's why, thankfully, we're partnered with a great legal team. They already won in the school reopening lawsuit, so we're really positive about the outcome.
And you have been actively speaking with KUSI News, and you were talking about you are requesting a temporary restraining order. What does that mean? Clarify that for us.
Well, basically, Ari might be able to explain this better, but basically we're putting forth a request that can get honored really quickly. So in the school reopening, the judge was able to very quickly give this emergency temporary restraining order that got schools opened quickly after the lawsuit. Obviously, it took a long time to get schools open, but after the lawsuit was filed, they opened quickly. And that's what we're hoping for with the mask mandates. We want those mask mandates gone before school starts in the fall.
And Ari, how can that mask mandate be implemented? I understand, so California Schools has that mandate. So with that temporary restraining order, how can you overturn a mandate like that?
Well, we will be asking a judge to overturn that mandate based on the fact that kids don't really get COVID. If they do get it, they don't get very sick, they don't get hospitalized in general, and they don't really spread it. And teachers and staff at schools are typically vaccinated. So the risk for kids is very, very low right now. So we're just going to put forth a lot of our facts and present the data and the science to the judge and hope that they'll provide mask choice for all the kids.
Are you pushing only for San Diego County or for the entire state?
No, we're going to pursue a request for the entire state.
Okay. And we're talking about vaccinations, and I understand that you were speaking with us about K through 8, but the requirements are different for children getting vaccinated. Any comment on that?
Exactly. So we do agree with CDPH that no child should be singled out based on vaccination status, where CDC was tying mask wearing to vaccination status. All these kids need to be able to share their smile. And so that's why it shouldn't be tied to vaccination status. Obviously, elementary kids, they're not even eligible for a vaccine. And what Ari said is completely true. They're not at high risk from COVID, but their mental health is at high risk. When you look at a kid that's been in a mask all day, they're not smiling like these adorable kids in here. They just need to be able to, be free at this point. Adults are getting back to normal. Why not our kids?
Yeah, we're also going to be talking to some parents throughout Good Evening San Diego, but what have you seen so far? You were telling me that some kids have been kicked out of the classroom for not wearing a mask.
Yes, so we have had kids, just single kids, can't take it anymore, take their mask off, and they're sent home. But what CDPH, they came out very strongly and said a kid that can't wear a mask or won't wear a mask will be barred from the classroom. And they had to walk that back because that's actually in conflict with their California Education Code, Section 48900. A K through 8 student can only be suspended or expelled for very certain type acts of defiance, and those don't include unmasking. So that's why they're passing the buck to the schools. It's going to be difficult to enforce, but this rule shouldn't be there. No kid should have to act in defiance of a rule. That's why we're suing.
All right, Sharon and Ari, thank you so much. All right, well, we'll have more coming up at 5. We'll talk to some parents, too, how this is impacting them, their families, and their children. But we're here live at Cardiff by the Sea at the law office talking about how Let Them Breathe group is moving forward in this lawsuit to stand up for kids for this no mask choice. Logan?
Teresa Sardina live for us. Teresa, we'll see you at 5 for more interviews. Thanks.